I hope you are ready for my biggest fangirl video ever, because this is it. So grab a cup of tea and a snack and buckle in. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. So yeah, this is the video that I've been telling you about last week. I have been to a book signing on the 30th of April, if I remember correctly. I have the ticket here. Yeah, Tuesday 30th of April. I went to my first and so far only book signing at my only local Waterstones, which in my opinion the Isle of Wight seems a very unlikely place to be for a writer. Well, not in history, because it was it was a very popular place in history, but nowadays it's just a barren wasteland rotting away. But on the 30th of April I had the honour and privilege and exciting moment of Darker Stoker doing a book talk and a book signing there. Here we go. For those of you who don't know who Darker Stoker is, he is the great-grandnephew of Bram Stoker, which, oh my god, I'm still fangirling about it at the moment. Oh my god, it feels like only yesterday. I have read Dracula only once, years ago when I was in high school, and I remember enjoying it, but I can't remember for the life of me if I finished it or not. However, I know the story from the amount of movies that have been inspired by the book, as well as in a lot of pop culture references and such. I know the story beginning to end, but I can't remember for the life of me whether I have finished the book or not, because I was 14 or 15 when I read it for the first and only time. I'm 25 pushing on 26 now, but the only thing I do remember is that I enjoyed it. Whether I finished it or not, I really enjoyed it, and I am currently rereading it right now. The reason why Darker Stoker did a book talk and a book signing, well obviously because he was signing his book at my local Waterstones, was because Dracula by the man himself. Not only was he obviously there doing a book talk, but Bram Stoker's great grandson was also there, and he lives in my area. Bram Stoker's great-grandson lives in my area. I did not know that. I'm so giddy and excited right now, I can't even contain myself. But I went up to him first at the end of the talk, and he signed it, and of course the author himself signed it. He seemed like a very friendly, honest, nice, down-to-earth man. If I can find you the page, there we go. Woohoo! Jessica, nice to meet you in the Isle of Wight. It's actually on the Isle of Wight. I live on the Isle of Wight, but people tend to get mixed up who are not from here. And he's signed it and signed and dated it as well. For those of you who don't know what Dracula is about, it was written by Darker Stoker, as you obviously, if I could stop being so super obvious in this video, come on. I'm excited, okay? Bear with me. Dracula is written by Darker Stoker, who is Bram Stoker's great-grandnephew. And this book is sort of like a prequel to Dracula. He highly suggested that I read this book first and then go on to Dracula, but I thought I should, considering that book was published first about 150 years ago. Well, not 150 years ago, you know what I mean. Over 100 years ago that was published. Considering that was published first, years before this, I thought I should reread Dracula again first, and then I'll get to this and possibly go to Dracula after that as well, again. So yeah, this is sort of like a prequel to Dracula. Darker Stoker went back to his ancestors' journals and notes and notebooks and research to publish what is now like a reveal of the mysteries and questions surrounding Dracula itself. And it also reveals the origins of Count Dracula himself, how Bram Stoker came up with this iconic character, possibly the most iconic character in history, of Bram Stoker himself and of the woman who brought it all together, aka his wife. Dracula's Guest and Other Short Stories was published by Bram Stoker's wife after she was recently, then at the time, widowed. Shortly after Bram Stoker passed away, she decided to publish Bram Stoker's Trail of Blood. What's the other one? Oh my god. My mind's all over the place. Dracula's Guest and Other Short Stories, or Dracula's Guest and Other Weird Stories, whatever, was published by Bram Stoker's wife after she was recently widowed after Bram Stoker passed away, in order to earn herself a bit more cash. Apparently it was the unpublished original first chapter of Dracula. Darker Stoker is the manager of the Bram Stoker estate, and through that he has access to all of Bram's notes and journals and notebooks. He's also the co-author of the official sequel to Dracula, Dracula the Undead, and he lives in South Carolina. There he is. He was such a nice, open-minded, like down-to-earth man. I obviously didn't stop to ask him more questions into the depth of his life and his ancestors' life, however, because there were many more people waiting for their copies to be signed by him, so I'm so sorry there are children outside screaming and laughing and crying. It's past your bedtime. Anyway, in his talk, Darker Stoker had fully researched his ancestor and the publication of Dracula itself, and went through all of his notes and documents and journals and research into this iconic character and his thought process. Not only that, but he also researched his own family's history, as well as the origins of how Dracula came about by fully researching in Romania, or at least on the outskirts of Romania at the border, of Dracula's castle, as well as the superstitions and beliefs in surrounding death and vampirism all around the world. And that really fascinated me. I did not want that night to end. I will keep this ticket for as long as I live. And he also had two pamphlets pamphlets, like leaflets of more information about the book, and there were two of them, and he distributed them around for everyone. Unfortunately, he had a shortage of one of them, so I did not get that one. I really wanted that one as well because it showed all of Dracul's covers, book covers around the world, how different they were and how original they were as well around the world, which fascinated me even more. But I have the one with Bram Stoker's original notes here that are scanned in, and also praise for Dracul on the back. And yeah, I'm kind of brain dead. I'm half brain dead, half really hyperactive, because I am so excited and still fangirling at this moment. So yeah, let me know what you think about the book if you have read it already. I have not read this, but I am planning to in the very, very near future after I finish Dracula. Again, I'm going to read Dracula first. I'm going to continue reading it, and then I'll get to Dracul and possibly back to Dracula again straight after this, in order to have some more understanding and to the depth of it all. And yeah, let me know what you think about the book. If you've read it or not, please let me know. He also said as well that the very first publication, well, is exactly the same as this. However, the character here, there's a cutout. Like here he is on the end page, on the end paper. and like the window was cut out, so like you open the door and you open the window and he's there, if that makes sense. So like the window was cut out, making it sort of like a 3D effect or whatever, which I think was really cool. It was a very, very fascinating night for both me and my partner, and for, well, everyone else there. So yeah, sorry if this is slow and fast and rambly, guys. I'm just still so excited that I have experienced meeting Bram Stoker's family. And yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below what you think of both Dracula and Dracul. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all doing well. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload every Friday. Getting back into it anyway. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next week.